How do you build a large tiny home for a new jungle explorer in Strangerville in The Sims 4? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Sims 4 speed build. This is for a Sims 4 live Let's Play series. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. Let me give my normal disclaimer that I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds and cast creations. So let's jump straight into it. I am building for Von Wynn. His mother, I just finished her series. Her name is Vandy, and it was called Finding Her Future. And she was a spinoff from her father's series, which was called Mending His Heart. So now we are playing Von, and we have been playing him live, where we just started. And we decided that he was going to be on the Jungle Explorer aspiration. So I asked you all to vote because he did age up to an adult at the end of the last live, and I asked where he should live, and I gave you 4 places, and Strangerville won just barely. So immediately once I started building, I decided to build up on top of the cliff where all the big houses are. Now this property did cost, I think, 4,000 simoleons, so this is not a starter home in price at all, but it is very much a tiny home, but it is in the largest tier. Like, my goal is going to be to use all 100 of those tiles, but you have space for one person but room to grow. You know, you could comfortably fit a few people in this house, at least 3, and be still comfortable. So I am trying to build something a little different, and I don't like how square the house is, but I do have a vision for the little wings that are sticking out. So I'm going to talk about this build and just kind of talk about Von. But Von did go on his first jungle trek with his mom. He's a teenager, and this is what he decided to do. And Vandy, being the protective mother that she is an apothecary. She is a 2-time business owner. Her first business she owned when she was 10. And so she has a lot of experience, and she has a really high natural living skill, even though she hates natural living. So downstairs, I am building a bathroom. That's what's in the center of the room. And then to the right is the second bedroom. This is going to be 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the bathroom downstairs is the large bathroom, while the one upstairs is gonna be 3.5 towels, but it will be a fully functional bathroom. Now that pause was me trying to find a specific light, and I do weird stuff like that. But you see me put these columns down. I know that I'm gonna switch them out because we're in Strangerville, and I do think I'm trying to go for I would call it a semi-modern look. But if you are new here, then let me tell you, I do not name the styles that I'm building in because I'm not good at knowing architectural styles. I just know what I think is cute and what's not cute. Now, even when I finish this house, I'm not a big fan of the roof, but I tried to do the flat roofs, but for some reason it was counting against my tile count, so I had to just flatten a regular roof out. But I probably could have switched it to the other roof that just has the flat wall on the back and lowered it, but you know, this is going to work. I may switch that out at some point. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and do a side door because I like to have 2 entrances on my houses. And so I have the one door up front, and this side is going to lead you into this open area of the back side of the house, and I am going to make that into some kind of area, and maybe I can put the archaeology table there because that is definitely something that Von is going to need, because he did a jungle trek, and y'all, he did almost perish in the jungle. I mean, a lot of y'all were there live, and we made it out after being poisoned as soon as we got in the jungle. But anyway, I want these shutter looking windows, and I found 2 different sets before I realized that there is a narrow one and a wide one that match. So I'm going to switch them out. Now, window placement is something I always struggle with because I always feel like they should line up, even though I always say in real life houses windows are almost never symmetrical. But you know, I wanted to do this, and you can use the auto room window placement tool, and I do have a pro tip Thursday about that. I will link it at the end of this video in case you don't know how to use that feature. But for this house, because I got these wings on it, like you see I got the windows right here in this open wing, I do think I want to put pavement down out front to make that like a porch, because what I was trying to do was make a porch that wouldn't count against my tile count, so I didn't want to close that wall in. Now I'm using smooth colors inside, but I definitely want to do like this dark blue in the bedrooms. And you see me doing my I think is now turned into signature angled walls, because I love an angled wall. Now this is the 3.5 tile bathroom. You have to place the shower, toilet, and tub, the shower, toilet, and sink just right, but they work. And also you can use those showers that are just the shower head. So you definitely have one with seasons, not with seasons, it's with the one with Mount Comarebi. It comes with a shower head, and it's the nicest one if you ask me. But they're all different. So like Love Struck comes with one. It's cute. And then I think that was the businesses and hobbies pack that came with one too. And then I think it may be one with that Venture of Waste that's a little more rustic, you know, a little more worn looking. Now me, I am having trouble with the colors, because on the screen to you it looks like the outside of the house is tan. However, it is actually white, but you can only see it right now during one time of day, and that's the early morning. However, that's not the best light to build in for you to see my build. So that's why a lot of the stuff look tan on the outside, but really you've got white, and then you got the dark wood accents on the outside. Now I am using a Home Shelf Hustle wallpaper to section out the kitchen, because I won't have any physical boundaries. Something else I also do a lot is half walls, quarter walls, small walls, tall walls. You know, I like to use that wall, that shorter wall tool, but we're not going to have that separation. So what I'm doing is separating it by color. Now this is where you use that outer corner piece when you have a smooth cut wall. So I was actually able to fit a lot of counters in. Now the stairs, I'm going to change their color, but I had trouble with the stair wall, because I actually changed it, and then I would replace it with stairs that should have a wall, but it wouldn't show up. So what I ended up doing was building a wall around the back part of the stairs, because now what I can do is come back and use this Home Shelf Hustle wallpaper, and I can actually put it around the entire kitchen area. Now this kitchen will not have a seating area, and I really did start to hook like 2 island pieces to have a sit-in kitchen or sit-at kitchen. But I've got a it's a 4 tile wide living room. So it's plenty of space, but if I take more of it, it won't be. So I don't want the kitchen to go further. They can eat in the living room, and I can put, you know, a sofa. This is a love seat actually, and I can put a chair and a rocking chair. This rocking chair comes from Life and Death. I rarely use it, but I really like it, and I think it's just got to fit in correctly. Now I need a small table to sit the TV on, because the wide one, you see how much space is taking up. Now you can see this TV if you sit on the love seat or the chair, but of course not the rocking chair. You're just being a part of the household, or eating if you're sitting in that rocking chair. Now I am putting a rug down, and I want to do 2, and I had to find a solid color one so that I could, you know, kind of put those rugs at an angle. And I did use the flooring in the bedrooms from University, which is a pack that I just got a few months ago, because I'm also known for only getting packs if I think it's something I would like. And so I came back, and I really love this pack. I hate living on campus, but I love the gameplay mechanics behind it. And another thing about me is that for me, I can rate a pack that other people may rate low, and they may say it's not a lot of gameplay, but I really like to look at what does it do for my Sims lives and personalities, in quotes. What does it do behind the scenes, which is why Love Struck is one of my favorite packs. So I'll talk about that later. But now I'm in the bathroom and I did a little wall because, like I said, I love me. This is a full wall, but you can now see their separation from the toilet and the tub. So if your sim is on the toilet, somebody could be in the shower with a mediocre of privacy. Now, I'm going to come outside for a minute. I'm placing the mailbox and I'm actually using towel to do this walkway up, and that's kind of odd for me because I'm usually using the terrain tool because it's free, and if I was really worried about keeping costs down, I would. However, Vaughn has a good amount of money. Well, really his parents have a lot of money, but what it is he raised a lot of money on that first trip to the jungle, and Vandy she found about 20,000 $25,000 worth of things, and so she is giving him that in cash because she's keeping some of those objects in her home. So let's do the walk around. You did see I built a garden area as we go to the pan in the back, and I use the terrain tool because it's going around this tree, and so the garden patches are uneven. Now I want to show you the porch because this grill came from the brand new kit by Brazen Lotus called Garden to Table, and you're going to see more things from that kit in this house. I love the colors of that kit. You can see as we come in the kitchen, if we come down, I've got a clutter counter. Now I have the blender from Adventure Waste, but the rest is from that garden pack. Now I also use kitchen clutter stuff as well, and y'all know that's my favorite functional cookie jar since I found out it's functional. I don't even like cookies in real life. You saw the living room and the little desk area, and this is the guest room. We have floated up high, but it's fine for this. And you see it's minimal because Bun will earn more money. This house is going to cost him almost all of his money. Come straight across to our full bathroom. You can see we've got a tub and even cluttered toothbrushes stuff on the sinks, and of course I got toilet paper, and I put light switches in this house. Have y'all noticed? Because y'all know I only take the time to do this sometimes. Now I should have panned up in this hall because I have paintings and I use these lights from Love Struck that illuminates paintings. You can use them for other things too. Now up the stairs you enter the master bedroom. You got a light switch as soon as you get up here. You got Love Struck paintings. I used a lot of Love Struck things in this pack, and this is the tiny bathroom, and I hardly ever use that towel rack, but I like it. And you do have the shower is cut off for some reason, and this is the closet, so we can change clothes or get into some action if we are in this bedroom. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. I did minimal landscaping. Feel free to go crazy. It is uploaded to the gallery. My gallery ID is at Just a Mom That Sims. And until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.